Thanks for, that was a big picture of my face. Now let's move on very quickly in terms of why you need to get involved in this very important competition. It had happened before. GT had a 1. Now we have GT had a 2, which has a different theme this year. The Assistant Minister for Industrialization. Sorry about that. So Mutegi has gone for a short meeting and he insists I ask you a question which I'll ask you later.
All right.
But first things first. So GT had a 2. Why is this one different, Mheshimiwa?
It is different. Well, first of all, it's bigger.
Yes, yes.
Secondly, it's different because it is focused on manufacturing. GT had a 1. You could get involved no matter which business you are in.
Right.
In this competition, it is very much focused on manufacturing sector. So you're making something. You could be making furniture. You could be making whatever.
Right.
And this is a competition for you. And as I said, it is bigger, better, prices are higher.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, just to keep you updated, basically, GT had a business plan. Business plan competition is about,
it is about we as government assisting small businesses, either startups. So it might even be that you have an idea. Right. That you want to start a business, or you are already in business for a year, 2, 3, and so on, to help you to plan your business, so to develop a business plan, to help you tool you up by way of, where are you going to look for finances, how are you going to get bigger, better markets, what incentives are available from the government to assist you to grow your business, hooking you up with fund managers and other financial institutions that are looking to fund businesses, and generally tooling you up and making sure that you can grow your business.
Well done, well done. This year you're focusing more on manufacturing.
Yes.
May I ask why, or is it because last time, maybe as you move along, you're going to focus on specific businesses that are meant to excite the economy, or is there a specific reason for this one? 2
reasons. First and foremost, as you know, Jimmy, immediately after the post-election violence in from 2007 to 2008,
yes,
manufacturing sector lost nearly 50,000 jobs. We had picked by 2007, manufacturing, large-scale manufacturing sector anyway, had 231,000 jobs. The following year, boom, 180,000 jobs. So 50,000 jobs evaporated. We have crept back. By 2010, we were back at around 190,000 jobs. But obviously, still way back.
Absolutely.
We are hopeful last year we did a bit better. But obviously, we need to give this sector a very big kick, a very big push. One way to do it is to focus on small business.
Right.
And it's very simple, Jimmy. The small businesses, if you help, say, 10,000 or 5,000 or 3,000 small businesses to employ just 2 other people, boom, and this is what we need. So we have put, this year, we've put about 55 million shillings into this exercise.
Right.
We have identified, we were advertising and so on. So 3,500 Kenyans came forward with their ideas, with their existing businesses, and we've been working with them the last little while. And these 3,500 have been narrowed down now to 800 businesses who we will go with to the very end, meaning we will train them, we will work with them, we'll handhold them, ensure that they're getting the things they need.
What does that mean? That you've closed the competition, or more people now can apply? What does that mean? You said you've narrowed down to 800.
It means we are closing the competition now, because we've been running for a while.
Right.
It also means that we have started the intensive training. So, for example, this week we are in the coast, what used to be called the coast.
Yes.
We are in Northeastern, we are in Central, and so on, where hundreds of businesses and their owners, gathered for intensive week-long training. in the various areas, in finance, in management, in marketing, and helping them to really fine-tune their business or their business plan,
right?
So that
absolutely. Yeah. Is there a measure? How will you know? How will you measure the success of GT Hada 2 in this instance? What will happen? Is there a figure in terms of how much that will be? Do you expect a rise?
Absolutely. Number of companies that are growing. So if you were selling, say, 1 million shillings, are you now selling 2 million?
Yes.
Number of
and
jobs.
You have that monitoring system.
Absolutely. How many jobs? If you are employing 2 people last year, are you employing 5 this year?
Nice.
So number of jobs created, including also investments. So if your business, if you had invested, let's say $500,000 bob last year, have you gotten more investments to 5 to 10?
Absolutely. Final question. So here's the question that in terms of politics.
Yes.
Now he fringes.
No.
So there was this press conference that was meant to happen, and you did.
It is not that I don't like politics.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's not important.
It is important. Listen.
Yes.
The distinction between politics and leadership.
Yes.
Politics and leadership.
Yes.
Now, what Kenya needs is leadership. Every leader, a good leader will use politics positively.
Positively, yes. A good leader.
A good leader. But not every politician is a leader. Not every politician is a leader. We are too mesmerized with look, I am looking for leaders who will give us ideas. How do we, this time round, ensure, for example, manufacturing sector doesn't take a hit as it did?
I see.
That's what I'm looking for.
Yes.
I'm looking for leaders who will help us. How are we going to grow manufacturing employment from, to 230,000 to say 2 million?
I see.
That's what we're looking for.
And using positive politics.
Now, this politics of daily, who insulted who, who is in which party. What we need. And this is why I'm in UDF. That is why I'm in UDF, because this is where I can find leaders interested in answering these questions.
There you are.
It's not just about what ethnic.
So was that the reason why you cancelled the press conference? Because you felt,
we're going to get embroiled and drawn into this, and the thing of it, there's nothing wrong with people meeting. It is actually the subtext. It is the content. What is it that people, if we are meeting with Jimmy and everybody with short hair in Kenya to debate how we are going to create jobs, I think that is worthwhile.
That's progressive.
If we are meeting with Jimmy and all the people with short hair to figure out how to deal with the people with long hair. I mean, I think so. We didn't want to get embroiled into
So very quickly, so the GT Hada competition entries have been closed. You progressively moved. Now you're focusing on the 800 that you.
Yes, we had 3,500 applicants. And we went through a process to look at these ideas in terms of their innovativeness, to look at ideas that are in manufacturing, and so on, and narrowed this down to 800. Now, all these 800 good Kenyans have been invited or are now going into the next step of intensive training. And I want to appeal to them honestly that if you've been given the opportunity to attend training, and it is very in-depth training, please use it, because it's an opportunity that you won't find anywhere else.
Absolutely.
And then the next step is to assist them to fine-tune their business plans, to assist them to get resources, those that need resources from institutions like IDB, Kenya Industrial Estates, and other private fund managers that are working with us. Mind you, this effort is not just by government. Government, we've put 55 million. Yes. Private sector has put in already 10 million bob.
Nice.
KCB Foundation, and thank you very much, KCB. Kenya Institute of Management, and so on. So a partnership to propel small business. And what I would like to appeal to these 800 finalists is to really engage with it and let us make Kenya great.
We must come and talk about UDF. I like progressive thinking, positive politics.
Absolutely.